What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Playboy Zoomy, back at it again with another video. Now today, we got this Apex content for y'all today. We're gonna go ahead and get into the patch notes and global abilities and all type of stuff today. And I'm gonna get a review so far of the season, since I'm I think like 2 days later or whatever. I'm gonna give a review of how I felt about it, how I like it. You know what I mean? I'll tell you guys about that too. So let's get into the patch notes. First, it's going to get into global abilities. I think if you were updated with Apex, you probably already know all her abilities, but her first ability, she can teleport to hard to reap hard.
I played in
Eric is now stuck on the letter M.
Out of hard to reach places. So I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like she's going to be like the next Pathfinder almost, since he got a nerf, you know what I mean? But we gonna get into that later. And then her second ability, she put down like kind of like a pole, and then you get to loot like what's in the area. It's like a distance, it's a circle, but you get to loot anything in that area. So say if a team goes down, you really don't want to push, you know what I mean, that team that's less looting, I guess you could go ahead and put that down, steal their loot. Or if a team died in a storm or something like that, and is deep in the game, you can't really go into the storm, you go in and put that down, and you could, you know what I mean, loot their death boxes kinda. And then her passive is she gets to see loot through walls. So she sees like purple and gold through walls. It's pretty useful, you know what I mean? If you're looking for a purple shield, you get to that purple shield before anybody else, you know what I mean? Or say when you first land at the circle, you get to see that purple shield. You run to it, and I mean, it might be a Lobo battle right now. It might be a Lobo battle, so y'all be ready for that, you know what I mean? And they also added some stuff to this season. They added some charge tower. So now when you go up to the charge tower, it go ahead and get you your ability right away. Like, you don't have to wait for it. There's no cooldown time. You go ahead and just charge it up and you get your ability. Whoever's standing in the area, it doesn't really matter if it's, I don't think it matters if it's ops, foes, or teammates, bro. Like, you'll charge up anybody in the area, in that little area, ability all the way up to max. And they're also adding quests. You can find 9 pieces of mysterious relics around the map in these little treasure packs. You can see them. I think you only can pick up the treasure packs, I think, every 24 hours or something like that. You can't pick them up every time you see them. But when you pick them up, go ahead and pick them up if you can. I think it's pretty cool. They been have the weekly challenges and stuff like that. They had that before, so that's not really new. But yeah, they have that too. And obviously, what they do every season, I believe, they reset a ranked. But this is the cool thing that they did though. Now, say if you lag out, you respawn back into the game. Now, I'm not really sure. They're gonna have to tweak this a little bit, because people can cheat. You know what I mean? People can and will cheat using this tactic. You know what I mean? But for right now, you can reconnect to the game. Say if you lag out, I think it's gonna be useful when they tweak it a little bit and they get it right. You know what I mean? And the last little tweaks I want to talk about is game tweaks. They added so where say if you drop something and you push like thank you, the characters say different things to each other. So Loba and Revelant, you're not going to say the same things to each other that Loba and Octane will say. You know what I mean? It'll be different. They'll say something different. Obviously, they should. When they change that up, I think that's like gameplay changes a little bit. Just not really life changing or anything like that. But I guess I have to go ahead and say that. You know what I mean? Now, let's talk about the buffs and the nerfs. Mirage got a huge buff this season, man. You might as well call this the Mirage season. Forget Loba, this is the Mirage season. Now, you can gain control of your decoys now. So they can mimic your moves. You can change it by putting down on the D-pad. You can make them do this run or whatever. but you could also control them if you push down on your D-pad. It will mimic your moves. And then with his ultimate, it charged up every 60 seconds now. His ultimate is down there faster than Pathfinder side ability. His ultimate comes back every 60 seconds. And they also mimic your moves, so they look a little bit more realer. So people are going to shoot at him a little bit more. You could low-key use this twice in a fight almost. You can almost use this twice in a fight. He's going to be very useful this season. And you thought it was done.
You thought it was over.
No. Also, when he revives somebody, you guys disappear. So now people will have to use their ears to now kill you if you're reviving a teammate. Or if you got to go knockdown, you'll also disappear. You know what I mean? He got a huge buff, man. And it was about damn time, be honest. Now let's talk about Bloodhound. Bloodhound also got a buff. Bloodhound now, his sonar detection lasts up to 4 seconds instead of the 3. And his cooldown time when he uses Allfather, he goes from 35 seconds to 25 seconds. That's a whole 10-second decrease, bruh. That is a buff. He got buffed, you know what I mean? They've been buffing him since a few seasons now, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I think they should buff him. They should make him a little bit better. Now, Crypto, it's not really a buff, but it's a quality of life. They changed where when you're in this drone, he can now mark banners, you know what I mean? And mark, you know what I mean? That's just quality of life. It's not really a buff or anything like that. And now Lifeliner, increased life bench ratio 20%. So now it's more blue bends. So now Lifeliner can only, she could loot more bends that nobody else can loot. And those beds will no longer have knockdown shield. So I guess that you have a better chance of getting better things, I guess. I'm guessing, you know what I mean? I have to really try it out and get and see, you know what I mean, what type of loot you can get out of there. But yeah, I guess it's a buff. It's a little buff, you know what I mean? And Caustic now, when you put down his gas or throw his gas, anytime you're in Caustic gas, if your teammates in it, you will no longer be slowed. Also, say if a Caustic trap is on a door, it will not trigger from the other side. It will not trigger. I guess the door is just stuck now unless you throw like a grenade or something like that. I guess that's something that we're going to see the gameplay. But now it will not trigger from the other side of the door now. I guess that's a little bit of a change and a little bit of a buff. It's a buff. It's a nerf buff, kind of. This is flip a coin. And now Octane. Octane is one of them characters I thought he was going to get a little bit more of a buff than this, but now his launchpad time goes down from 90 to 60 seconds. So it's kind of like Mirage's, where you can kind of spam it now. It's kind of like almost like a regular ability, almost. You know what I mean? Octane is he's a worth Pathfinder, basically, to me. That's why I see him as. And then let's get into Gibraltar. Gibraltar got a nerf. His shield dome lasts went down from 18 to 12. So now when you throw down your dumb shield, you can't really revive and heal up at the same time. You can't really do all three. I mean all two anymore. But I talked about that in my last video. Y'all go ahead and check that out if y'all want to. And now Pathfinder. Pathfinder got a huge nerf. Pathfinder grapple time went down from 15 seconds to 35 seconds. Wow.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
I know he needed a nerf, but damn. That's all I gotta say about that. Damn. Let's move on. Now that's basically it for all the characters. Now let's get into the weapons. Now they added gold weapons now. Now the longbow, DMR, Hemlock, Spitfire, Evade, and R45 is now a gold weapon. You can now find them fully kitted. Go ahead and use Loba. find these weapons, go crazy. They have now added the Massive into a regular gun and put the Peacekeeper into a gold gun. They changed that around. I mean, I don't know about this one. The Massive is low-key OP. In my opinion, it's one of the best guns in Season 5 now. But they did nerf it. The propellant went down from 18 to 13. So it's not going to do as much damage. And the head damage got reduced from 2.0 to 1.2 to 1.5, I meant. They reduced the head damage, I guess, multiplier. There's another thing they changed on it. And then, but they increased the blast distance. So now, like when I used it in game, it's almost like a sniper because it can hit from far and you don't have to be super duper accurate with it. You can hit from far, you don't have to be crazy accurate with it. So, you know what I mean? That's a buff. They changed that. They went ahead and changed the mag size to 4 to 6. That's mainly it that I want to really talk about the Massive. Now, what I said, the Peacekeeper is now a gold gun. And they changed the tightness of the pattern, increased the projection size so it can hit in a wider area. They reduced the reload to 2.65 to 2.45. I guess that's a little bit of a change. And when you're charging it up, they also reduced that to 1.2 to 0.9. So that's what they did for the Peacekeeper. The alternator, they increased the mag from 16 to 19. Level 1 mag is now 22 bullets. Level 2 mag is now 25 bullets. And level 3 mag is now 27. Now for the RE45, they increased the damage from 11 to 12. A little tiny bit of a buff, you know what I mean? Slight as possible. And reduced reload time from 1.74 to 1.5 base. And 2.12 to 1.95 when it empties. So like when you all the way reload it, it's going to take a little bit longer for to reload it, because you're going to have to clock it back and all type of stuff. So that's what they changed for that. And then for the Havoc, the vertical recoil has been increased. The horizontal recoil slightly increased. The recoil on the first 2 shots increased. They basically just increased the recoil for the Havoc. The Havoc's still probably the best gun in the game to this day. And then for the longbow, the headshot scale has been reduced from 2.15 to 2.1. That's basically it for that one. And then the wingman headshot reduced from 1.2 to 2.0. I think because they added the skull piercer, so that's why they changed that. So adding the skull piercer, the DMR will now headshot scale to 2.1 to 2.5. The wingman headshot will go 2.0 to 2.5. The wingman does like 101 damage for a headshot. And now the gold shield, they changed it. So say if when you use a shield battery or a syringe, it does double. You know what I mean? Except for fast heals. That's basically it. I kind of like fast heals a little bit better, but you know what I mean? I guess it will be useful. But that's basically it for all of the patch notes. Everything else is like bug fixes, like little tiny stuff that people don't really realize. You know what I mean? That's basically it for this video. You know what I mean? If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. Leave your boy a comment. Tell me what y'all want to see next. Got more content coming on the way. Coming on with a tip video. I'm gonna come out with best guns in Season 5. How to win more games. Y'all stay safe out here. Playboy Zumi out.